time in the morning when I now reflect on my day that's ahead and look at this little daily word for today, which I just think lifts all of us up. Hello again, and welcome to Ruthie Reflections and these few moments where we reflect on the word for today. Today, the message is, you are not alone, God is with you. I think a lot of us might need to hear that, and if this is for you today and this is spoken to you today, do let me know. Right, let me just read what it says. This has been taken from today. It's from Joshua chapter 5 verse 14. Part of verse 14 they're using is, as commander of the army of the Lord I have now come. So let's find out what that's about. So this is what this little book says about it. The Bible says when Joshua was near Jericho, he looked up and saw a man standing in front of him with a drawn sword in his hand. Joshua went up to him and asked, "Are you for us or for our enemies?" "Neither," he replied, "but as a commander of the army of the Lord I have now come." Then Joshua fell down, face down to the ground in reverence and asked him, "What message does my Lord have for this servant?" The commander of the Lord's army, in other words an angel, replied, "Take off your sandals, for the place where you're standing is holy." And Joshua did so. So the message here is unmistakable, and that's what it says here. Jericho may have its walls, but Joshua, they were saying, you have more, you have God. He is with you. Isn't that the word that Joshua needed? A reminder of God's almighty presence. And isn't that what you and me need? To know that God is near, that you're never alone. And that in your darkest hour, in your deepest questions, the Lord will never leave you. And that should bring us hope. David said, and that's David, King David in the Bible, "Lord, you alone are my inheritance, my cup of blessing. You guard all that is mine. I will bless the Lord who guides me. I know the Lord is always with me. I will not be shaken, for he is right beside me. No wonder my heart is glad." Excuse me, "and I rejoice." And that's from Psalm 16, verses 5 to 9. David was such a poet, and the way he speaks in those psalms, they're just so poetic and beautiful. And here's what it says. Are you facing a Jericho-level challenge? Now, I'm not sure how much you know about Jericho. The Lord said the walls would come down, the army, the children of the Lord had to walk around the wall 7 times. And when they did, the walls of Jericho fell. That was God's plan, and God let them take that city. So what they're saying is, are you facing a Jericho-level challenge? Do what Joshua did. He lifted his eyes and looked, and behold, a man stood opposite him. And this was this commander of the army of the Lord that was standing before Joshua at that stage. So Joshua, what he did, he lifted his eyes, looked, and behold, a man stood opposite him, and this was God's man, the man that God had sent to give him courage. You and I have looked at a problem long enough. All we have to do is lift our eyes to the problem solver, and that is Jesus. Isn't that lovely? I really enjoyed that, and I hope you did too. And all I need to say to you today is, you guys keep on being your own kind of fabulous. Do check out my styling videos and my fashion and lifestyle. The faith has always been with me. As a little girl, I was brought up going to church with Christian parents who were very much ones who wanted to share their faith and wanted us to know about God and things of God, and also commit our lives to God. And at times we can grow cold, but that doesn't mean that we ever lose our faith, because once we ask Jesus to come into our heart and live and reign in our lives, he never leaves us. We might grow and grow cold from him. He doesn't leave us. So just leaving that with you, and there will be more on that as the days come. Take care, and God bless.
Ruthie reflections, chasing quiet recollection.